I know why you're here. You want to know if you should buy Black Ops Cold War. Now I'm going to tell you why you should and you shouldn't. So Black Ops Cold War is coming out in a few days, and you're wondering if you should go ahead and invest that money and time, or if you should just leave it and get something else. So I'm basically going to start where I left off in my alpha review. We're going to get with the stuff that I thought was great and not so great in the beta. So let's start out with the gunplay. In the alpha, it was too quiet. There was no heft to the weapons. The impact was weak. They were less accurate. The recoil sucked. The snipers were way overpowered. How is the gunplay now? The audio has definitely been improved for the weapons. They feel a bit more weighty. The impact and the hit indicators feel more powerful. The recoil is more a factor. There's more force feedback and the controllers if you're playing on console. Snipers are still pretty overpowered comparatively to the other weapons, but overall, gunplay has definitely been improved. It's still not as good as, say, Modern Warfare, Destiny 2, and other games, but it seems like it's getting there. So that's the gunplay. What about the graphics? Alright, in the alpha, I thought there was way too much pop in. There were fuzzy edges. The textures were kind of off. The animations of the characters and some of the weapons were very choppy, and it just felt pretty dated to me. All the issues have been improved. It is a bit sharper. The pop in is less obvious. Animations have been smoothed out. Even though these things have been improved, it still feels like more of a beginning of the generation game. It doesn't feel or look as good as, say, Modern Warfare did, which has only been out for a year. Now, I'm not one of those people who thinks every game has to be bleeding edge graphics. Sometimes pixel art works well, graphics aren't everything, but at this point, with this type of game, they should definitely be a lot more improved than they are in this iteration. Now, the audio in the alpha, there was no ambient sound in the levels themselves. There was like no wind or birds. There was nothing. It was just dead silence, which was really weird. The sound effects, they sound fake. They sound studio made. I still don't really hear any ambient sound in the environments, which kind of sucks. The guns and the voices and everything, it doesn't quite match with the environment. The reverb is kind of off. Hopefully they're going to tweak that for the main release, but in the beta, the audio just still wasn't there for me. The directional audio is still garbage. It would sound like somebody was different placed than they actually were, which led to a lot of deaths for me and my teammates. Now, when it came to the maps in the alpha, people kept picking the same stuff. Things felt the same all around in the maps. The way that they're designed and the way that they play, they just feel too big for the amount of players. There's no doors. You can't mount your weapons anymore. There's a lot of things that I didn't like about the maps in the alpha. And now when it comes to the beta, map variety has definitely been improved. There are more diverse locales. There's new game modes like the Fire Team Dirty Bomb, which adds more fun and variety and kind of remixes the Battle Royale genre in a fun way. I played that a lot and I really had a good time doing it. I think if you play with some friends, it could be a blast. And then when you add vehicles to the mix, it's even more fun, especially if you jump into a chopper and you just start gunning people down and they keep respawning. It's pretty fun. Then you have Combined Arms Assault, which is a large-scale zone-controlled battle. In this case, your objective is just to basically lock down a place and keep it under your control, where in the Dirty Bomb, you're actually trying to arm a bomb and then set it off and take control of the map. And little by little, it's basically like Battle Royale, where the map gets filled with this poisonous gas until it resets. Now, as far as the normal map variety, it's pretty diverse and a lot more fun this time than it was in the alpha. You've got forest, you've got desert, you've got Miami, you've got a snow level, you've got the jungle, you've got a Russian city, so there was a lot more variety if you tried all the different modes and stuff. When I tried the alpha, I got pretty bored pretty quick with the maps, where in this one, because you had these different types and the different levels, it was more fun. Now, of course, in the main game, you're going to have more levels than you had in the beta, so, the variety should be pretty good. I think you're still going to get bored after a while, but I think it's better overall. Now, from the alpha to the beta, some stuff didn't change. The character selection still kind of sucks. There's no customization to them. People still aren't playing the objective because, it's Call of Duty. They worry about their KD ratio more than they do actually winning the game. The skill-based matchmaking, which a lot of people really didn't like in the alpha, is still there in the beta, and I enjoy it. I like the skill-based matchmaking because I don't want to get dropped into a match with a bunch of new players who, they're at a disadvantage and they don't know what's going on, and then you're sitting there whooping their ass. They get discouraged and they don't want to play anymore. So it seems like the alpha wasn't just a marketing gimmick to get people excited for the game. they actually took people's input and they did improve a lot of the complaints. It's still definitely buggy. You know, I was kicked from the game several times for no reason. There are network issues. I got stuck at the startup screen twice for no reason. So there are bugs. Hopefully those will be improved by the main release. So the multiplayer can be fun. I think with further tweaks it will have a more thrilling feel in line with the previous entries, because right now it feels a little light. It feels a little airy. It just doesn't have the impact that previous ones like Modern Warfare and even Black Ops previous iteration had. On top of that, you'll get the campaign and of course zombie mode. Yes, there'll be more of the same, but that's what a lot of Call of Duty fans want. They want the same zombies. They want a similar campaign. When it comes to zombie mode, I really wish they would change it up some, maybe make it more like World War Z or Left 4 Dead, where you have to get from point A to point B, and you know your objectives are plain as day. You know what you need to do to get there. You know, as it is right now, it's kind of the same thing every time. You know, kill zombies, earn money, unlock some stuff, trying to find these weird cryptic little things to make it unlock the next portion, and to me, that's just not as enjoyable as, say, like an adventure type thing. When it comes to the single player campaign, hopefully they'll take some risks. I highly doubt it, given the fact that they've done a lot of censorship just to make the Chinese government happy, so why would they want to take risks in other ways? I think they want to be as safe as possible so they can sell as much product as they can, but fingers crossed. I know they'll have some cool set pieces in there. Maybe the story will be kind of shocking and surprising. Hopefully, at least. I know that the story in Modern Warfare was pretty great, and it did have some pretty surprising twists and turns and some shocking moments, and I think people really want more of that. As for me, I'm definitely not going to be buying the game due to a few issues. You have the willing censorship to please the Chinese government, which I'm definitely not a fan of, and now you have all of these things that they've announced for PlayStation players, exclusives, meaning PC players and Xbox players' money just doesn't matter as much to the developers and the publisher. And let me break down what PlayStation players get. They get 2 more class slots, extra tier skips, extra weapon XP, exclusive double XP events. That's right, PlayStation players get 25 tier skips. They also get 25% more XP just for playing on the PlayStation, and they get exclusive double XP events that PC players and Xbox players don't get. To me, this is super anti-consumer, and it means, again, that PC and Xbox players' money just isn't worth as much. It gives PlayStation players a clear advantage, as well as the ability to unlock things faster than the other players, which is bullshit, you know, and especially with this new 1,000-level prestige system that they're going to, Sony players are going to have a clear advantage. So no, I won't be spending my hard-earned cash for censorship, for a zombie onslaught mode that I won't get to play, egregious console exclusives, and a cross-platform game, by the way. I won't be spending money on a 200 gigabyte install, and on top of that, they're releasing 8 6 versus 6 maps, down from the original announced 12 or 13, which will probably be added as some DLC or cut completely just because they're trying to rush the game out for their announced launch date. Now, if somebody was to gift this game to me, or I was given a review copy, of course I would play it. Now, we know that's never going to happen because I tend to say what I feel, and publishers don't like that. But as it is, I won't support this fuckery with my hard-earned cash. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you next time.